Hi there, Stampin' friends. I am so excited to share with you how I made these roses Stampin' Up style. There are a lot of videos out there showing you how to make roses with different dies, but Stampin' Up has come out with Botanical Builder Framelits. And they come with, there's 5 different flowers and 3 different centers, and then there's a wide variety of different kind of leaves on the back. So let's get started. I have taken a piece of 8.5 by 11 cardstock, and I've cut 4 pieces, 4 of them at 1 7/8. So when you get that cut, you're going to have something that looks like this. 4 pieces. And then you're going to have this piece left over right here. This piece is perfect for the small die. It's a little bit tight, but it works. And then this piece, the 1 7/8, are perfectly wide enough for this. So what I've done is, with this small strip, you can get 11 small flowers. So you get 11 of those. And with the big strip, I've stacked 2 of them on top of each other. And put my die on and run it through the Big Shot. So I have 2 pieces of cardstock here. Okay, run it through the Big Shot, pull it out, pop your flower out, move your die out, run it through again, and this is what it looks like when you're all done. You get 14 of these, so you'll have 7 per sheet. But when you're completed with that whole piece of cardstock, you will get 11 of these and 28 of these. So you can make a lot of flowers this way. I also want to show you how you can double the amount that you can get out of this. You take one of these flowers, and I'm going to try and show you just what things you have around the house that Stampin' Up people already have. This is just a chalk marker, and I'm going to use the ball type end, and I'm just going to manipulate that paper, go all the way out to the edge, and I'm pressing down with firm pressure. I'm going to flip it over, go around the edges real good. Sometimes this, you'll tear off, I don't know how many leaves I've torn off doing this, or petals I mean. It's okay. I still use them. So I'm going to just keep doing this until I break down the fibers and they start to peel apart. And this is what you call faux suede technique. Okay, let's see if it's ready now. And then you just start peeling the layers apart here. And if it's not quite ready to peel apart, just lay it down and go over it some more. And your layers start peeling apart there. Just like that. So then you can get double the amount. For this flower, for this video, I'm just going to show you with regular cardstock. I haven't done the faux suede, just the way it came out of the Big Shot. I'm going to use the end of the marker and just pull those petals up. I'm applying pressure and just rolling that back and forth on there. I'm going to do that for each petal. You're going to start out with 5 of these. And then when you get to the center, you're just going to roll it in the center to bring that up, to cup it. Do this on all 5 of them. Okay. Then, if you don't have a pair of self-closing tweezers, like I have this set with the different ball different size balls, and this self-closing tweezers. And that set actually came with this pad. If you have these, what you're going to do is just pinch your one petal, put it in the center, pinch it up around. If you don't have that, you can take your paper piercing tool and just kind of score it down the middle. I'm just pressing it quite firmly, and then you do the same thing. Just pinch the edges of your petals together like this. Now, using Tombow glue and my silicone craft mat, with this piece I'm going to put a drip on, just one, a drop of glue on the outside of one petal. Then on the others, I'm going to put a drop on each side of the petal. So each petal will have 2 drops. This part is just a little bit fiddly. This piece, it just has the two on the outside. I'm going to bring that in, and I'm going to bring one across from it and kind of wrap it around it. And this is going to start forming my bud. Okay, just going to push it in there, wrap the other one around there. So then I have the start of my bud, and then 3 petals left. So then I'm just going to alternately start bringing those up around, pinching them and curling them together around my bud. Then I want to keep the bottom flat. So I'm pushing on the bottom, while trying to hold this together just long enough for that glue to stick. Okay, so there I have the bud started. Now what I do is I just usually take the one that I think is cut the most, and that's the one I'm going to use. So we have the bud. Now we're starting the second layer. I'm just going to make a V-shaped line on my petal with my Tombow glue and a dot in the middle. And I'm going to set that the flat end of that bud in the middle of that layer with the petals offset. So if my curve is right here on that petal, like it'd be this, but here, then it's going to go in the center. Set that in the center. Then I'm just going to bring all the edges up together. I'm keeping the bottom flat, so I'm pushing on the bottom, curling around the edges, kind of pinching it together, and pushing down the top all the same. It sounds a lot harder than it is. This is not difficult. Don't be afraid to manipulate that paper. Then I'm going to take the next one, same thing, do the V. And a dot in the middle. Set that flat bottom in there with the petals offset, and then you just curl up the outer petals around that centerpiece. Push on the top, pinch around the sides, push on the bottom. So I'm pushing up from the bottom and down from the top and pinching it all the way around. This is our 4th layer. I'm doing the V again with the petal in the middle. I'm pinching it together, kind of rolling it, pushing down on the top, up on the bottom. We have one more. Now on this last one, I just put a drop of glue, 1 drop of glue on each petal, because I want this one to be able to open up a little bit more. 1 drop in the center. Push this in Push my petals up around it, down in the center. And that's what you end up with. Doesn't look like much yet, but it's going to. Now set that aside to dry just for a little bit. Bring in one that I've had drying. Now, if you don't have those tweezers, you can use your paper piercer and your thumb, or you could use the end of a paintbrush, a small handled paintbrush, and do this. I have to be honest, I usually use the tweezers, and I'm going to do that for time's sake here. I'm just going to roll the petals. Now it doesn't always have to be, I don't know if you can see this, it doesn't always have to be that top edge that you grab and curl. It can be the side edge, and curl it clear down in front of that last petal. And just keep doing this all the way around. Grab the end of that, whether it's the end of the top or, here, I'll show you here, you'll be able to see it. If I just grab the side of that and pull that back, and then I'll grab the side of this, pull this back, and just keep doing this with all the layers till you get close to the center. You do it until you're happy with it, is what you do it till. And this just forms a beautiful Stampin' Up rose. A Stampin' Up botanical rose. Okay, I don't know about botanical, but that's the framelit you're using. Okay. So don't be afraid to pull it apart. And this is why I left that, we just put one drop of glue on that last layer. It's just so you can open it up a little bit toward the bottom. And you just keep playing with it. And I could play with that for quite a bit longer. But that's what I end up with. Hope you can see that well. Is that rose. Okay. Now, I want to show you, I guess I'm going to do it on top of here, this Winkastella. I don't know if you're supposed to leave this little black ring on there, but I do. Even though I have to take it off every time, I'm just more comfortable with that. I love this stuff. At first I wasn't sure, but I do love it. You can, it dries almost instantly. It doesn't get all over your hands or your project. And it's got the nice brush tip on it so you can put it where you want. And then I just take this and hit a few of those, the edges of those petals. Not all of them. And it just adds some beautiful, beautiful sparkle. Hope you can see that. Okay. So I want to show you a card that I made with these roses. I made a sympathy card. Let me bring this in, see if this makes it better. I made a sympathy card, and I used, these are all three with the large die, with this die right here. And what I've done is, this one, these two have 5 layers. This one only has 4, and I didn't roll it as tight. And you can take it all the way down to this little tiny bud. So, and this is the leaf, this leaf right here. And I want to show you how I got the dimension on that, okay? All I did was, I laid it on my mat, and I just took my little marker, and I just rolled it up like that. Then I only put glue down here at the end, so it's only attached at the very bottom. And it's really adds a lot of dimension to your card. So there you have it. Roses made Stampin' Up way. And I am loving it. Thanks for watching. I hope you're inspired to try your own, and have a great day.